this is working. I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty this morning. I hope that this may actually be on and running. Taking a slight detour today from our typical Wild West / fantastical swordsman duties. I'm realizing my mouth is moving along with my thing. I hope that doesn't mean I'm also broadcasting to the entire session. I'm never quite sure. Luckily, it appears I'm alone in the session at the moment.
Tom Connors here. How can I help you, sir? Just call right back.
I'd love for you to send me. I'd love for you to send me roughly 50,000 chips, Tom. That'd be great. I'd appreciate that. Hello and good morning. We're taking a brief detour for the other side of Rockstar Games life. Here in GTA, the state of Los Santos. Welcome, welcome. I am currently in the casino, the penthouse of the casino. Who knows how I got up there? We won't worry about it. Awesome, you're going to stream this later. I will have to try to catch that. I am killing a little time before I need to dive into more serious duties here. Thought I would take a spin on the lucky wheel. Ooh, it looks like they just upgraded the, as she's saying over the PA now, they have a new car to try to win. It looks like an Oppressor Mark 1 motorcycle, which is a good get. It's a very fancy prize. But I doubt I will win it. Let's see what I get.
Visit the infinity pool on the roof deck. The infinity pool is like life. It starts fun, then goes on forever, until you drown.
It's a fantastic message. So I've won a sweater. That is not quite the Oppressor bike I had hoped for, but I'll take it. Thank you for this sweater. To whatever gods that be, I appreciate this sweater. But the lady over the PA just said, be sure to visit our infinity pool. Ah, the infinity pool. It's a lot like life. It starts out fun, and then it goes on forever until you drown. Just some classic Rockstar sense of humor there. So yes, this is the casino for the uninitiated. Do all manner of things. Slots and poker and blackjack and roulette. Of course. Ah yes, you cannot run in the casino, this is true. And a bit of a shame, frankly. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of the casino in a fancy helicopter, and we'll show you a bit of the city. The city at night. Let me know, too, if the helicopter noises or anything are absolutely deafening. It's the first time I've streamed this, so the levels might be a little off. We're going to head a bit across the city, a bit across downtown here. Los Santos, which is, of course, the stand-in for Los Angeles in the Rockstar universe. Obviously. Why is he mentioning that, you might say? It's so obvious. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Alright, gently. Careful now. Right about there. I'll get out of here. I'm not taking phone calls. So this is my alleyway. Welcome to my alleyway. I hope you appreciate the carefully curated collection of trash. That's all me. You may hear the thumping of music from behind this gate. back entrance to my nightclub, or rather a nightclub that I co-own with another gentleman. And this is the delivery entrance. I'm just going to sneak in and check my stats without bothering the patrons. Won't stop their dancing. Though perhaps we can peek at them through a one-way mirror, if you're into that sort of thing. Let's peek. There are all the patrons. It looks like I have DJ Dixon on deck at the moment. Judging by the color green in the light show. Ah, there it is. So I am just here to check my wall safe. This is all the money that people have spent on alcohol and entrance fees and such. You can come by and collect. And then let's see if we have anything down below. The nightclub, if you're not aware, serves two purposes. It is both an actual nightclub, a legitimate nightclub, as it seems, where people can come and spend their coin. But it is also a storage area of sorts that collates your other illicit business goods into a single delivery source. So I have multiple businesses running around the state of Los Santos, which I will show you here. That's it. Sort of a large island. And I have multiple businesses. Who knows what that would be? We have counterfeit IDs over here. This is cocaine, I believe. Methamphetamines. You know, the usual suspects. And all of that is being funneled into the city here, delivered to these various levels, B1 through 5. And it's being stocked up like this is my gun-running, weapon smuggling business. That is the result of said. And over here we have, as mentioned, the methamphetamines, the cannabis business product, and counterfeit cash, of course, carts and carts of counterfeit cash, and then illicit artworks. I can't remember if these are just stolen artworks or if they're like forgeries. It's something like that. A highly criminal enterprise that I'm cluing you in on here. Please don't tell anyone. Do appear to still be alone, and we have a bit of a stock worth, $141,000 worth to sell. Let's go for it. I will become a CEO officially. It is a prerequisite for making sales. So now that I am the CEO of my company, Alistair Incorporated, let us sell some stuff. I will also swap out my resident DJ. Increase the nightclub popularity bar you may be seeing up here. I should probably do it twice, but I'm too lazy. Never mind that. Alright, let's get rid of some illicit goods. I have far too much fun with these Rockstar games. I am one of those people who typically tries to find a way to be alone, even though it is an online game, and that's strictly against the spirit of things. I would much rather just deal with the NPCs trying to kill me. So I'm hoping we can continue to catch a bit of peace and quiet here as we deliver this. At least from other player characters. We may meet some trouble of an NPC sort. This is my reliable delivery van. Been with me through many a horrifying failure. We're drifting! Okay, a little too much. I got excited about the drifting. Not that trusty a delivery van. Let's not get carried away here. This is my one chance, of course, in any phase of life to run red lights and completely ignore stop signs. The raw thrill I feel right now, I can't even tell you. Like that, I just kind of ran a yellow and followed it up by running 2 reds, and I am buzzing. Wasn't sure if it was this one, but it was. I should have expected it. Alright, first delivery. Typically, sometime after the first delivery, they start giving you trouble. Depending on the mission type, at least. There's the trouble. Let's avoid it. We'll give the military jeeps a merry chase around Los Santos here. Excuse me, sir. The general traffic, of course, once gunfire begins, starts to act quite erratically and run their own stop signs. Fun randomized element to the chaos. Also a bit annoying, too. But, you know, a fun randomized element to the chaos. I've been craving, as we have been touring the countryside here on various horses, whom I love dearly. Oh, pardon me. Roach, Klaus, etc. I've just felt the need for a bit of speed here lately. So I do hope you'll indulge me, my criminal enterprises. I don't mean to lead anyone down a dark path, but here we go. Take my hand. Skimmed him. Skinned his knees. Almost to drop off too. And then we'll see what they have in store for us. Sometimes this one ends in a bit of a gun battle of sorts to protect the buyer at the final spot. Because it's Merryweather mercenaries or something sinister like that. GTA and the conspiracy and politics of it. Yikes, is trying to fake him out the other way, but sure. We're good and stuck. Yeah, stay on your side. There we go. Anyway, the world has many different factions, some of them competing, some of them allied, that make things interesting. Merryweather is a mercenary group. Excuse me, sir. It is one of those interesting factions. You see cropping up, doing all manner of different people's bidding, including occasionally government contracts, which seem quite shady. There are stand-ins in this universe for the FBI and organizations like that. I believe they're called the FIB, the Federal Investigative Bureau. And there's all sorts of interesting things going on with the world. I'm not sure if we'll ever have time to get into that. Get into the Chiliad side of things here. We're just killing time for fun. There's a bit of a Tokyo drift. For the fans at home. I don't even know what that means. I have not seen the movie. Really, I've just seen some Brooklyn Nine-Nine where he gets in a shopping cart and shouts, "We're Tokyo drifting!" And that's the extent of my knowledge. So if I'm incorrectly using these terms, I do apologize. I take a little dirt road. That's not what it's suggesting, but haha. Do what I want. Alright, so this should likely be the brief gun battle to cap things off. Let's see if I can survive.
Hola. Oye, ¿cómo estás? Imbécil. Hey,
Oh, what to use from my suite of tools.
steals from me. I'm gonna fuck you up now.
Yeah, we'll just use this lumber as a little cover. Alright, come on. Pardon me, my violent tendencies, as per usual. Go on. You're done. Step out. Let someone else have a turn. Come on. They sure do like parking there. That's their spot. Anyone? Anyone? No? There we go. So they have their goods now. And a bunch of extra jeeps they did not ask for. I hope they enjoy. And that's effectively what a illicit cell mission is like. If you are curious, there you go. This is my Oppressor Mark II bicycle. They were selling or not selling, but giving away the Mark I version of this, which has wheels back in the casino there. This is the slightly upgraded version, which is very handy for getting around. Alright, so sorry, I was busy with the shooting there and have not been catching up with the chat. Have I found the nudist colony near Chiliad? If you mean the altruist camp? I believe so. With all these strange symbols and such. Yes, thank you, Tony. In fact, I think we're not too far away from it here. Give me one moment. There's nothing quite like buzzing around in this, let me tell you. Especially after being locked to roads for so long. Freedom you feel on an Oppressor Mark II is quite fantastic. It does have missiles and other weaponry attached to it, which some players decide to take as a clue that they should use it for PvP and destroy other people's sail vans with these little flying broomsticks, which is not the way to go. I know the game tells you to do that, but stop it. You're being rude. So yes, this is a camp that I believe was mentioned in the chat, a nudist colony of sorts, where a group of people called the altruists make their anti-government stand and try to live free. It is rumored to be, and quite possibly is, fully part of several mysteries that are going on here. Let me see if I can find a place to park this where it won't immediately fall down the hill. Try to wedge it against this rock somewhere. There we go. A little dangerous on slanted terrain there. So the altruists have all sorts of strange symbology associated with them. These suns and various symbols. Praise him. Can't see what the first word is up there. See the eye. See the eye, meaning what? The sun? The moon? Something else? So there's all sorts of strange symbols. You tend to find these, goat or ram or whatever these are, skulls, around in various places. There's been no end, years and years at this point. It fell, even though it was on a relatively flat spot. It's rainy and slippery. Oh well, we tried. Good thing it has an icon on the map. There we go. So the altruist camp is very strange. There are, a few spots here up on this pedestal. Try not to aggravate them too much. There they go. Now they're aggravated. Up on this pedestal at certain times of day, you can see different things, like weather effects or sun effects that seem strange, or shadows on the rocks that appear to match various other mysterious symbols around the game. But nothing's ever been fully committed to that camp. There is no real solution to any of the mysteries there, regrettably. Since we are so close to Chiliad proper, this is Mount Chiliad, the largest mountain in the game, I believe, the tallest. And it has kicked off almost a decade of grief here with certain members of the player base, because it contains a mural which seems to have no clear answer or purpose or solution. And it was almost immediately found as soon as the game was released, and it seems to be important, and it seems to be pointing to something important. And yet in nearly 7 years now, 7 years, no one's figured out what that purpose might be. Not to an extent that makes any sense, really. So this is the elevator, the incline of Chiliad that brings up cable cars from down below, just up to the observation point here, to see the sights. And inside the shack for the cable cars, there is this mural, which seems to show a sun or an eye, again quite similar to the iconography from the altruist camp. There are lightning bolts, which is important. Keep this in mind. There are lightning bolts, and then there's this map of what appears to be the inside of the mountain. Perhaps an elevator going straight down, rooms, hallways inside the mountain, and then at the bottom, as you can see, what very much appears to be a UFO, though it could be something else. We have a cracked egg in the middle, or what looks like a cracked egg, with perhaps another lightning bolt, or just a crack, or something in it. And then finally a jetpack, what appears to be a jetpack. And there is now, 7 years on, there's a jetpack in the game that you can buy, but it's very much kind of a realistic jetpack with 2 turbines up above your head, and you strap your back into it like a, ambulance gurney or something. It's not this kind of jetpack. It's not a Rocketeer jetpack, shall we say, that would actually go on the back and allow movement. It's more of a helicopter, the one that they give you. So we've never really gotten a jetpack. There is a very, very rare mission for gun running, your bunker business, that involves an egg. You actually see a crashed UFO and retrieve an egg from it. But it's only after a very difficult task that almost no one would have time to do. You have to do something like 600 resupply missions, not bunker sales, but actual resupplies. And then you have to do another one at a specific time of night in order to activate the egg gun running mission. So there's sort of an egg, but it's not useful for anything. After you pick it up, you never see it again. It's just done. Hope you enjoyed the mission. And then the UFO, of course. There has never really been a flyable, a pilotable UFO in the game. And according to the game code, even, there is not a flyable UFO. There are, however, several object UFOs that appear. Some of them are corporeal, and some of them appear to be holograms.
Looking forward to seeing you on the trail.
So sorry, I should have pointed out that eye-looking symbol, the eye or the sun, on top of the mural. Let me put this somewhere flat. I'm going to make the same mistake again. Him. Stay. You stay. Alright. There's that eye-looking symbol above it, the sun or the eye, and you can see underneath this deck, this observation deck platform, there is that symbol. The eye, the sun, whatever it is. As though to say, you know, this is the top of Mount Chiliad, this is the center point, you can go down from here into multiple rooms with X's in them, and it even, you can see scratched into there, come back when your story is complete. So there is a mechanic in the game where, you know, every mission you do, every side quest and thing you unlock counts towards your progression. It would count towards your 100%, say. And people have come back to the top of the mountain at 100% after they reach 100% game completion. You can return to the mountain, and using the thunderbolts that were on the mural there, you can suspect that you may need to come during a thunderstorm. And so people have done that, and at around, I forget if it's like 1 o'clock, something like that, at night, during a thunderstorm, it's like 1 to 3 or something, a UFO will appear above Chiliad, above that center point, not above the eye, but a little bit further out, towards the shack. And strangely, that one is the one that appears to be a hologram. It is, in my opinion, the one that's easiest to find, but is not real. It's not an actual UFO. And it's just weird. So, I don't know if we have any way to get down here. I was coming out this way because the other strange thing is, so there seems to be a hologram of a UFO that appears above Mount Chiliad. Over on this side of the map, somewhere in this crevice here, you can see where the water gets darker as it gets deeper. I think it's like right around here. There is a UFO underwater, an actual real UFO that is touchable, and it seems to have been crashed down there. Who knows how long ago? I don't really have a submarine or much time left before work here, but we'll have to come back to that. There is a UFO here, and I just want to show you before we have to quit out. There are also 2 additional UFOs that appear in the sky. One of them is at the military base, which I believe is here, Fort Zancudo. And this is the really strange one. I forget if it's at a specific time or weather, but it is directly above the military base, and it is what I would consider to be a reverse-engineered UFO. It's a UFO that seems to have... They took technology from the one that crashed in the ocean, and they seem to have reverse-engineered it with stealth bomber technology, because it looks like, you know, one of those B-52, if that's the right word, bombers? I can't recall if that's a much older model. Whatever I'm thinking of, the Nighthawk thing. It looks like one of those, but it is a UFO, and it says some really weird, like, law enforcement slogan on it. It says segregate and rearrange, or something like that. Which we're never sure if that is a clue, like segregate and rearrange. Is that, okay, an anagram or something? We don't know. So there's the what appears to be a completely different UFO, a reverse-engineered UFO, above the military base, which is just down that river there. And then finally, the only other UFO I know of, there's the one crashed, the one above the fort, the one above Chiliad, and then there's one final UFO, which I don't believe is a hologram. I believe it's real. and it matches the one above Chiliad. It's the same model, or whatever it would be, which strangely appears to have like an FIB logo on it. So even though it's not the military reverse engineered one, it still might be man-made. It may not be actual extraterrestrial, because it has an FIB logo on it, as though it's more of a spy satellite or something. But the other very, very weird thing is over on this side of the desert, there is a... Let's be a little bit closer. There's a alien enthusiast camp of sorts, a hippie commune camp with lots of lovely paintings. You can see it now. So this is sort of, you know, the Independence Day top of the building, come and take us now, beam us up group of people, save us, who believe that there are UFOs watching. And we're not sure if any of this, the arrows, the red dots, any of that means anything. You can see up here, there's more of this kind of eye sun iconography with, again, weather, like rainy clouds. So it seems to involve the weather. You can see here the WOW signal. A reference to the WOW signal, the 6EQ UJ5. Welcome, Space Brothers. So, again, at a specific circumstance and specific weather at a certain time, directly above this camp, the final UFO appears. And like I said, its make matches the one above Chiliad, but not the one above the military base. There's all this, like, graffiti here, these symbols. Somebody at one point thought they deciphered these as planetary orbits, like the pattern of orbits of different planets and moons in the solar system, which seems to make sense. And that it seemed to kind of be pointing towards Uranus, was the idea at the time. But that may just be a dirty sex joke, because this is Rockstar, so who knows? But there's all these strange symbols. I think there's even another, like 3 slashes and a moon. Like, if you want to see a UFO, come at 3 o'clock at night. Kind of thing. But it's just strange. So there's that, and then, like, there's this pillar here that has a red arrow on it. It's pointing off that way. No one's really sure what that means. There's another one if you come over this ridge. There's another one of those pillars right down here that has another red arrow pointing on it. And you can see it has the hippie alien script on it, the hippie drawings. So it's related to that camp, and it has an arrow that points kinda to it. Like, if you go this way, you don't really hit it directly. It's over there. So it's like, what is it pointing to? It's sort of pointing directly to Chiliad. But then this one is pointing not so directly to Chiliad, more, that way. Kind of towards Fort Zancudo, really. So it's like, what are they pointing out? And then, as hard as I've tried, I've never found a third pillar. Those appear to be the only two. And to make it even stranger, it's not just that they have alien iconography on them. It's not just that there's the only 2 of them in the game, right there next to the alien camp. But to top it all off, there's this. There's the UFO eye sun, a zigzaggy lightning path up the mountain to a specific square, a square on top of the mountain, which could be the shack, it could be the mural, the wall, or it could be nothing. And then it has that same WOW signal, the EQ UJ5 or whatever it is, next to it. And then there seems to be like a little arrow or a little mark on that side. And so we've been looking at this, me and the internet, for 7 years. We've done all sorts of overlays and things, and there's no solution. There's all manner of new secrets and new questions. But there's no seeming, drivable UFO, there is no rocketeer jetpack, there is no use for an egg, and we're still left wondering. And with that, I must run off to work, I regret to say. But thank you for taking this very, very brief look through the world of Los Santos with me. I do appreciate it, and for listening to my conspiracy rambles. There are many, many more things we could go look at together on this side of the world. But, sadly, I must run and do other things for 9 hours. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will hopefully see you again, either in the Old West or here in the modern age, as he wildly moves his chin like a ventriloquist dummy. I will see you here next time. Please play this later. Okay, you've got it. I'll jump back into this. We have more sales to make, I'm sure. Thank you for your time, your kind attention. I will see you later. Bye for now.